Hey guys, welcome back to Minnesota Twins franchise. Today we're taking on the Atlanta Braves in episode number 93. A three-game series in the mid to late portion of August against the Braves, and the Braves take game one 3-1. They improved to 47-68. Matt Whistler, the winner for the Braves. 7 1/3 innings, 6 hits, 1 run, and 6 strikeouts for him. Alex Wood takes the loss for us. He goes 6, gives up 3 runs, 6 strikeouts, and 3 walks in game number 116 of the season. All right, we're going to take the opportunity here in late August, being mostly out of the pennant chase, to take a look at our minor leagues and spotlight some of our young talent. Jose De Leon is in the spotlight in this game for the Rochester Red Wings, making his 17th start at AAA this year. He's 3-5 with a 4.24 ERA. Again, we picked him up in the trade with the Los Angeles Dodgers, the one that brought Alex Wood over to the Twins. So we get things started off here in the first inning, and Jose De Leon struggling with his control. Walks Benintendi, brings up Bryce Brentz for the Paw Sox with Benintendi on first and 2 outs, and Brentz drives it into the right field corner off the base of the wall. A one-hopper. Benintendi comes into third, and he holds there. Brentz is in with a double. Next batter, the talented Rafael Devers, batting .263 with 8 home runs and 34 RBIs on the season. The Red Wings choose to put him on base to load the bases. And Jose De Leon in a bit of a jam here, facing Nate Freeman, who's batting .224 with 15 home runs. There's 2 outs and a 2-1 count with the bases full of Paw Sox. And the delivery from De Leon, a drive into left center field. And going back is the center fielder, Zach Granite, at the wall, and he makes the catch right at the base of the wall. At the end of the first, there's no score. De Leon gets out of the jam. Second inning, Cole Sturgeon at the plate for Pawtucket. Jose De Leon with a runner on first and 2 outs induces the ground ball to third, on to first for the out, and Jose De Leon continues to keep the Pawtucket Red Sox off the board. Third inning, Reynaldo Rodriguez up for the Red Wings, trying to give De Leon some offense. Runners on the corners with 2 outs, an 0-2 count, and he lines this one deep into left field. That one is back, and it one-hops the wall. 2 runs are going to come in to score, and Jose De Leon has a 2-0 lead thanks to Reynaldo Rodriguez, 2 RBI double in the top of the third. We go to the fourth inning. Nate Freeman back up to the plate with his 15 home runs and 40 RBIs. With nobody out, nobody on, a 2-2 count, and De Leon gets Freeman to swing and miss. De Leon maybe starting to settle down here at the end of 4. It's 2-0 Rochester. Fifth inning. Reed Uribe at the plate for the Paw Sox. Still 2-0. Nobody on, nobody out, an 0-2 count, and Uribe looks at the breaking ball. Another strikeout for Jose De Leon. At the end of 5, it's still 2-0. We go to the 6th. Bryce Brentz back at the plate. He's 2 for 2 on the day. Back in the third, had the double. On an 0-2 count with 1 out, Brentz swings and misses on the slider, down and away. Another strikeout for Jose De Leon. Same inning with 2 outs. A drive into center field. And we put that one away. At the end of 6, it's still 2-0. A 3-hit shutout for Jose De Leon. He ends up as the winning pitcher in 6 innings, giving up just those 3 hits, 2 walks, 3 strikeouts. JT Chargois would come on for the save for the Red Wings in a 3-0 victory. Raimel Tapia, another player that we just received from the Rockies in a trade, went 1 for 5 with a double in the game. Back to the big league club. The Twins beat the Braves in game 2 of the 3-game series. 8-5, Gary Norris, the loser for the Braves. Trevor May picks up the win, pitching only 2/3 of an inning. And Kevin Segrist earns his 4th save of the year. Matt Dominguez went 4 for 4 with a home run and an RBI. Byron Buxton 3 for 6 with a double and an RBI. Eddie Rosario hit a 2-run home run. late in the game to help the Twins to victory. Game number 118. This is the third and final game of this three-game series. With the Braves, Aaron Blair takes the hill for Atlanta. He's 5-9 with a 4.23 ERA, a 1.45 WHIP, 115 Ks to 50 walks on the year. And going for the Twins will be Kyle Gibson. He has probably been our best pitcher this year. 14 starts, 7-2 record, a 2.47 ERA. Spent a lot of the year on the DL. Has pitched 87 and a third innings to this point in the season. First inning, both teams wearing throwbacks from the early 80s. Eddie Rosario steps into the box with one on and nobody out. The delivery from Blair is hit into left center field, and that one is going to bounce to the wall. Byron Buxton got a late jump. He's coming around third. He will score easily despite the jump. And Eddie Rosario with a RBI double to start off the game. Runners on the corners now for Brian Dozier. Still nobody out in the first. Delivery from Blair. Dozier turns one around to left field, going back at the track, looking up, and it is into the bullpen. A 3-run home run for Brian Dozier. That is number 29 of the year as he's creeping up on 30. In the middle of one here in Atlanta, it's 4-0 Minnesota. Adonis Garcia in the bottom of the first inning with runners on second and third, facing Kyle Gibson with one out. And Garcia lines it right back up the middle. One run comes in to score. A second one is following him. And he will slide in safely. 2 runs on the board for the Braves. Later in the inning, a line drive down the third base line. Into the corner, 1 run comes in to score. And it is an RBI double for Ruiz at the end of the first. The Twins hang on to a 4-3 lead. Second inning, Adonis Garcia again. Batting .253 on the year. A runner on second with 2 outs, and Garcia, with a base hit right up the middle, is going to drive that run in. And we are all tied at 4 apiece. Another RBI for Adonis Garcia. Here at beautiful SunTrust Park, Dansby Swanson steps in. He's batting .294 with 12 home runs and 32 RBIs. It's the bottom of the third. The delivery from Gibson. And a base hit up the middle for Dansby Swanson. And Brian Dozier diving on the play hurts himself, and he's going to have to leave the game. We'll have to await further word on his injury as Jorge Polanco goes to short. Runner going, and he is gunned down at second. A nice throw by Juan Centeno. At the end of 4, we're all tied up at 4, but the big story in this one is the loss of Brian Dozier. Joe Mauer at the plate, and he slaps one into left field. That one is fading into the corner. Byron Buxton around third scores, and Mauer is in with an RBI double to give the Twins the lead 5-4. Sean Newcomb, the new pitcher, in for the Braves now, making his 24th appearance. 4.10 ERA. Lefty's batting .280, righty's batting .222 against him. Jorge Polanco, batting .293 with a pair of home runs and 16 RBIs. Nobody out. Runners on second and third. Polanco lifts it into left field. Runner tagging at third. And there will be no throw as they just keep Mauer at second. So at the middle of 5, it's 6-4 Minnesota, 6th inning. Byron Buxton with runners on second and third and 1 out. The delivery from Newcomb grounded to the left side. On to first, and he is out, but the run does come in to score. It counts. It's 7-4 Twins. Buxton didn't like the call. The Twins hold on to win the series and win this game 7-4. The Braves are handed their 70th loss, and we improved to 51-67. Trevor May gets the win in 2 2/3 innings. Brandon Kinsler comes on for the save. Eddie Rosario 1 for 4 with a double and an RBI. Brian Dozier 1 for 2 with a home run, 3 RBIs. And we would later be informed here that Brian Dozier would have to go on the 60-day DL with a dislocated ankle. Brian Dozier's season is done. He finishes with 29 home runs, 79 RBIs, and he will it appears, be back for spring training next year. Because of the injury situation, Ryan Flaherty recalled from AAA Rochester. He's played in 4 games this year with the Twins, has a .308 batting average. And Tyler Chatwood was optioned to AAA Rochester, as well as Alex Meyer came back off the DL to take his spot on the roster. So the Jays a 10.5 lead in the East. The Indians a 5-game lead over the Royals, 5.5 over the Tigers. We are a couple games ahead of the White Sox in 4th place. The Mariners 7.5 ahead of the Angels and the A's. The Astros are 8 back. In the National League, the Nationals continue to hold on to the division lead. The Marlins 5 games above 500, or 9.5 behind them. The Cubs 8 games out ahead of the Pirates. And out in the West, the Dodgers an 11-game lead over the Giants, who are 14 games above 500, so the Dodgers having a great year. Up next for us, we are taking on the Chicago White Sox from the south side of Chicago. Hope you'll join us for that one as the 2017 season continues here on Minnesota Twins Franchise in the Basement.